Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to our January trip seminar. First off, I would like to thank the Islamic Center of the Capital District to actually invite us over here and to do this seminar in person. We are also live as well too, inshallah, and a recording will be available if you need to rewatch it. And of course, I would like to also thank Imam Abdurrahman Yaki for putting this all together, inshallah. So, Jazakallah khair. For today, we have quite a few things we're going to talk about. So, we're going to start off with the introduction for our group leader, inshallah. Then we will jump into the daily schedule, and we will be talking about nuzuk. We will be giving you some advice and a checklist, basically how to prepare for the trip. Then Imam Abdurrahman Yaki will also be giving a lecture on spiritual preparation for the trip. And then we will have a session for our local travelers from Albany, New York, to discuss a plan that he has prepared, inshallah. So it can make it easier for everyone that is trying to go from here, inshallah, to make it to the airport and coming back. So without any further delay, inshallah, I would like to have Imam Abdurrahman Yaki introduce himself, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Alhamdulillah, thank the Almighty Allah for His blessings. And again, here we are in the house of Allah, planning to visit the house of Allah. So I would like to welcome you all and also to thank you for your trust. This is not the first time I am going with Ainul Haramain. I believe this is perhaps the fourth time. The first time I went with my wife. The second time we went, three of us with my daughter, including, I believe, Brother Masood, who is sitting here, and Sister Farah, one of our board members here at Islamic Center of the Capital District. And I believe we had a very interesting, beautiful relationship. It is not an easy task. It is a huge task. And I always will advise those that are going with us with two basic things. One, patience. Two, appreciation. Appreciation, we have to appreciate one another. We are a team as we go. And also, for me personally, I would like to thank Brother Harun, who has been very active young man taken from his father, Brother Samiuddin. But he's been running, even as we go to Mecca, Brother Masood, you remember. Sometimes he's having a meeting on Hajj. We don't see him. But Alhamdulillah, honesty, I trust Harun and Ainul Haramain. I trust them. And when I say I trust them, believe me, some of the hotels that we stay, you would think, how do they make money? They are not charging that big money as others do, but how do they save? Well, they believe in what they're doing, and they do it as much as they can. So my introduction is to thank Allah, the Almighty, and thank them for this opportunity again and again, regardless how many people. Usually it is better to go with quality than quantity. The more you go with a lot of people, the more problematic it becomes. But I'm trying to prepare you that it is not an easy task. It involves a lot, and we have to be patient with one another. From Albany, those of us who will be going through Albany, from Albany to JFK, and then from JFK to Jeddah or Riyadh. He would explain that to us. But definitely, he would give me time to speak with regards to the basic stuff that we need to know, we need to prepare before actually getting out from here, inshallah. So I would like to thank you again, Brother Harun, and your father who is not here. I thought he's coming, but inshallah we meet him soon for this blessed opportunity that you have entrusted us and we have entrusted on you. Inshallah, may Allah protect us and accept from us, inshallah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Jazakallah khair, Imam Abdurrahman Yaqi. So next, inshallah, we will be jumping into the daily schedule. And I'm going to go in detail on what are the timings, what's going to happen, what time we need to meet at the airport. So just bear with me. And if you have any questions, please write them down so you can ask them at the end, inshallah. So on January 17th, 7 a.m., inshallah, we will have our meet and greet at JFK Airport, Terminal 1. Our team members from Ainul Haramain, they will be standing by the Saudi airline counter, which is typically counter B. And we like to give luggage tags. So just in case your luggages gets misplaced or something happens, maybe it gets left behind in the hotel, maybe you left it in the room. So whatever it may be, it's easier for us to find it and to identify it. So even if our luggages get mixed up somewhere, we're able to identify this luggage is with our group. So whether it's a check-in piece, whether it's a hand carry, even a personal item, we have a whole bunch of tags available. Whatever you want to put it on, inshallah, you're more than welcome to put it on. So this way it makes it easier for us as well. Then we ask you to go and proceed to check-in. Once you are done checking in, come back to us, inshallah. We will give you a little packet. It has like an Ainul Haramain bag, a pouch to use during the trip. And those things come in handy, especially when you are in your ihram. The backpack, you will see it has a lot of uses. The little pouch, especially for men, when the men are in ihram, there's no pockets where you need to keep your phone and stuff like that. So those things come in handy. So we will give you that, and then you can go through security, inshallah. At 10 a.m. approximately, the boarding will get started for Saudi Airline SV22, which is a flight from JFK to Riyadh. You will be catching 5 prayers on the flight. So Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr. So you are traveling and you can shorten the prayers and combine them to make it easy. The space is limited on the flight. So I do highly, highly, highly recommend do your prayers and give the next set of people space. I've seen it so many times where people are just sitting there, they're making their du'as, they're doing the dhikr. You can go do that back on your seat and give the space. At any given time, you will see 10, 15 people waiting. And I've seen many times where the men just take over the space and the women, they're just waiting the entire time. So as we do have a prayer space, we do need to respect others as well too, inshallah. Moving ahead, on January 18th, the flight will land approximately at 7 a.m. at Riyadh Airport. You will go ahead and proceed directly to immigration. You will clear immigration. We do not collect our luggage for the domestic flight. So you will go ahead and you will proceed to the domestic terminal. We have heard that they're combining the terminals. I'm not sure if this is going to happen in January, but Imam Abdurrahman Yaqi and Brother Samiuddin, they both will be available with you. So if anything like that changes, they will be able to guide you, inshallah. But typically, you are landing at Terminal 4, which is their international terminal, and then you take a shuttle from there to go to Terminal 5. They were experimenting something previously, but now you do have to exit. You take a shuttle. It takes about 20 minutes to take you to Terminal 5. Once you get to Terminal 5, you cross security, and you have your flight at 1:25 p.m. SV 1461 from Riyadh to Medina. You will be arriving at Medina Airport at approximately 3:05 p.m. And it usually takes about an hour to get the group together and for everyone to get their luggages. And from there, we go ahead and get the group together, and we proceed to move to the hotel. Once you get to the hotel, our staff is already working on the rooms. Around this time, usually, especially with the Riyadh connection, we usually have the rooms ready by the time we get to the hotel. So once you get there, inshallah, we want to settle in everyone. Once everyone is settled in, then we are very close to the Haram. You can go do your prayers. We should be there before Maghrib, inshallah. So go for your Maghrib prayer, go for your Isha prayer. And after Isha, you will have a walking tour to get a little situated into Medina. You want to understand, the surroundings of Masjid Nabawi, where everything is. And you also want to learn a little bit about the history around Masjid Nabawi as well too. So these things will be covered on the first night you arrive in Medina. And then on January 19th, inshallah, we will schedule a seminar with Imam Abdurrahman Yaqi, so he can prepare you a little bit as well too for the upcoming days. But for the most part, this is a free day. You can utilize this day to actually go and maybe visit Masjid Quba, even though we will be going on our with the group on the 19th. But if you like, this is also an additional day where you can go and visit Masjid Quba, pray 2 rakats over there and come back. And inshallah, we will explain more of the significance for it, inshallah, throughout the trip. And also we will try to have another session to prepare you again, inshallah. On the 20th, go for your Fajr prayer. Once you come back, enjoy your breakfast. Once you're done with your breakfast, at 7:45 a.m., we would like the whole group to, inshallah, come and meet us in the lobby so we can take you for the historical tours. And typically, some of the locations that we cover, Qiblatain, Sabah Masajid, Quba, and the mountain of Uhud, which also has the Shuhada site. So these are the places we typically visit in Medina, and we are back before Zuhr prayer. So you do not miss your prayer in Masjid Nabawi, because one of the purposes for this trip is so we can go and catch every single prayer in Haram. This is something that we have a heavy focus on. And then on the 21st, inshallah, this is a 3-night package in Medina. So we will be departing to Makkah approximately 10 a.m. in the morning. We would like, and all these things, you don't need to worry about these things, because we will give you reminders on a daily basis. So a night before, you will get the schedule for the following day, and then we will give you a reminder on the day of as well too. So we create a WhatsApp group with the entire group. So approximately 10 a.m. we would like the whole group to put their luggages outside the room. We coordinate with the bellboys. The bellboys go and pick up all the luggages, and everything is ready to go. So when the bus comes, everything is available, and we're able to load the bus, and we're able to depart. So the time we give you to come downstairs, that's the time when the bus is ready to move, basically. So we don't want to take more than 5-10 minutes. For example, like we give you, typically we leave in the morning. Most likely we will not depart at 1 p.m. This will most likely be around 10:45 or 11 a.m. If not earlier, we will give you an updated schedule as well. But when we tell you to, like, let's say meet at 10:30, we will typically leave at 10:40, because it takes us time to load the bus too. It's not the luggages, you're gonna have some personal items left. We expect the luggages to come down before you even wear your ihram. So you need to wear your ihram, then you need to put your clothes into something. So those hand carries need to get loaded as well too. So we hope everyone is on time and they're able to make it, so we can run on schedule for the rest of the trip. And then we do expect the group to have their ihram on. We make 2 stops on the way. We stop at Miqat to pray 2 rakats, make our intention for Umrah, and then we stop at Sasko. This is just a name of a rest area over there on the way from Medina to Makkah. We will stop there. You can grab lunch if you like, but the main purpose is so we can do our prayers and we can move ahead. Once we get to Makkah, it's the same routine. The first thing we want to do is get everyone situated into the rooms. We don't want to go run some activities or anything. First activity is to get everyone checked in. So we want to give you the keys. We want to make sure you come and you recognize your luggages so the bellboys can bring it up to your room. So this is the first activity we want to do. And we like to do the Umrah with the group around 10 p.m. But if you have done Umrah before, 10 p.m. So we want you to rest a little bit. And then on top of that, 10 p.m. works out much better than prayer times. Haram is very crowded. So we want to make sure we are going at a time where the group can keep together, because if we go when around the prayer time, it usually is pretty difficult to not just go in, but to keep the group together as well too. So we like to do the Umrah around 10 p.m. And with the group, typically it takes around, I would say, 2.5 to 3 hours approximately. If nobody gets lost, then it's about 2.5. If somebody gets lost, it can, I've done Umrah in more than 4 hours too. So it's one of those activities where it's hard to keep the group together, but the later you go, usually the easier it is. And everyone walks on their own pace. And we will be covering more information in regards to, let's say, maybe you can walk a little bit. You want to do your Tawaf walking, and then you want to do your sa'i, and you want to use some sort of accessible services. So inshallah, we will be providing that information to you. Typically, we do get a few passengers who cannot walk at all. So they need the services where someone comes and picks them up from the room, takes them for Umrah, and then brings them back to the room. So whatever your needs are, as long as we know in advance, it's usually better for us. We can also guide you one-on-one and talk about the needs that you may have, inshallah. Our Makkah schedule is a little bit aggressive. So the following day, we do like to get done with our historical tours. I know everyone's going to be tired. You have the morning to rest. On this day, we do not do our historical tours in the morning. This will be after Zuhr prayer. One of the reasons is the following day is Friday, and our schedule kind of gets packed, and we don't want to bother you on Friday. You do want to go and make your preparations for Jummah prayer and go catch your Jummah prayer. So we like to do the historical tour on this day, and typically most of the group does end up joining unless someone has traveled before. They usually don't join in the Makkah historical tours, but we still invite everyone to come and join. It's always a little bit of a different experience, in my opinion. So inshallah, after Zuhr, we will be leaving, and we will make it back before Maghrib. So Makkah rules and regulation are a little bit different compared to Medina. In Medina, you have to pray in Masjid Nabawi in order to get the virtue for praying in Masjid Nabawi. But in Makkah, you can pray in any masjid within the boundary of Haram to get the virtue. So we can take a little bit of risk over here, unlike Medina. So inshallah, we usually stop for prayer, for Asr prayer within the boundaries of Haram. We do exit the boundary of Haram as well too, especially because the route we take and Arafat is also outside the boundaries of Haram. So if anyone is planning to do another Umrah, this is also another good time. You can wear your Ihram, hop on the bus. A lot of people go to Masjid Aisha, but if you would like to just wear your Ihram and join in the historical tours, you can make your intention when we exit the boundaries of Haram and when we enter in. And when we get to the hotel, you can go perform your next Umrah. Or of course, you can go on your own to Masjid Aisha as well too once you are done. And please, everyone understands their own body. As long as you feel up to it, you're feeling well, go. If not, I don't suggest to do another Umrah. Focus going for your prayers. A lot of the times people go and then they get so tired that they go, they're praying, and they're spending all their time in Haram, and they burn out in a couple of days. They're not eating on time. They're not sleeping on time. So all these things are important. We need to make sure we are utilizing every minute of our trip, but at the same time, we are also resting. There's a lot of excitement, but we need to rest. We need to eat on time. So this way you're not burned out by the end of the trip. And same thing when it comes to the additional Umrahs as well too. I don't suggest to go and perform an additional Umrah, especially if you're not feeling well. Go and catch your prayer. That's the best thing you can possibly do. You're getting 100,000 times the virtue in Makkah when you go pray in Masjid Haram. So don't burn yourself out. If anything, go for a Tawaf only. Don't burn yourself out. Make sure you pace yourself well, inshallah. And then on the 23rd, we have our Friday prayer. And then this is also another day, additional day where you can go and perform your Umrah. Like I said, if you're feeling well, if you're feeling up to it, go and perform another Umrah, or else leave it out. Go and focus on your prayers for the rest of the trip. You know yourself better than anyone else. Typically going for Jummah, especially if you're trying to pray inside Haram, not in the outside courtyard areas, it is recommended to leave very early. So around the latest you should be leaving is like 9:30, 10 a.m. But if you're planning to pray in the courtyard, you can leave 10, 15 minutes before. It doesn't make a difference. But a lot of people, they like to go inside and pray. The current Tawaf rules are you need to, the area right next to the Kaaba, you need to have Ihram on in order to enter. So you're not going to be able to pray there. But you can enter the masjid, and there are a lot of areas where you can still go and pray. All right. On the 24th, inshallah, we will be departing to Jeddah after Zuhr prayer. So in the morning, it's the same type of routine as Medina. We will give you a time. You put your luggage outside. The bellboys will pick them up. They will coordinate everything, inshallah, and then we will load the bus. We will be leaving after Zuhr prayer. We will get to Jeddah, inshallah, and we have a hotel over there. Usually, we end up getting to Jeddah around 3:30, 4 p.m. You can use the day for resting. A lot of people, they like to go shopping. Some people have relatives. Some people have friends over there. You can utilize the day as you please. But I do recommend before we leave to the airport, take a hot shower. It helps you sleep on the flight. I mean, for me at least, it works very well. So I do highly recommend it. The timing over here is 10:30, but since we're okay, I like to push it a little bit more ahead, usually around 11:30, 12 o'clock. We leave for the airport. And then from there, you have your flight on the morning of the 25th. So you have SV21, which is the direct flight from Jeddah to JFK. You will be arriving at JFK approximately at 9 a.m. If someone is coming to pick you up, this is for rest of the crowd. I would tell them to actually come at around 10:30 a.m. That's the best time. So because Terminal 1, they have a lot of construction going on, and there's no point of getting there early. So 10:30 a.m. is one of the best times. We do arrange your Zamzam. We do give you a Zamzam at the airport, so we don't want you to worry about it. The Zamzam does come packed in a particular way that is allowed for the airline. So we recommend that you don't go and purchase a Zamzam locally, because usually it's not packed properly. And if your Zamzam has some sort of leakage or anything like that, it's all going to just leak out, and you're not going to have any Zamzam left. So the airport packaging, they have a plastic, so at least you can still salvage the Zamzam that's falling in there. Other than that, I do want to jump into Nuzuk. I know we have some time left, but preparing yourself for Nuzuk as well too is very important. What our team does is they do provide one-on-one support to you. So they will help you with activating your app. They will let you know guidance for the app and stuff like that. So our team will be working with you one-on-one, but I do like to cover Nuzuk as well too, so you are prepared as well too, inshallah. There are some technology needs. You will need a smart device. So it can be an iPad, phone, tablet, anything like that, anything where you can actually download the Nuzuk app. You will need the physical app on your phone. You will need a data connection. These days, they are also letting you go by screenshot because they're scanning everyone's permits. So you shouldn't have too much of a problem actually having the screenshots as well too. If multiple people are going, and if you are going with the device method, you will need a individual device for each person. Kids under 6-year-old cannot take out permits. So for Umrah, it's no problem. But if you're trying to go for the Roda, or it's also known as Riyaz al-Jannah, you will not be able to take a child under 6-year-old. And you want to make sure if the child is young, they are going with the same gender. So if you have a daughter that's traveling with you, you want to make sure they're going with their mother, sister, or someone that can take them. They're not going to let a 6-year-old child go in alone. And I'm sure no one will want to send them alone either. So you will need, if you have 2 males that you are expecting to go at the same time, it's highly recommended that you have 2 devices with the Nuzuk available on it. You also want to have access to your email because they send you a one-time password in case you're logged out and you need to log back in. For the permit timing, I'm going to update this timing too if anything is wrong over here. But the time we're in Medina, we are arriving in Medina on the 18th and we're leaving on the 21st. You can take the permit out for any of those days. So I won't suggest to go past 6 a.m. On the 21st. And I won't suggest to get something on the night of the 18th. So the best day is potentially the 17th. Avoid the morning of the 18th. We will provide you with all this information, by the way. Don't worry about the note taking or anything like that. All the information will be provided to you. I'm expecting the permits to open on the 1st of January, inshallah, but we will take a look in the app too to see when the permits actually open up, because these days they keep changing the rules how they actually open the permits. For the Roda permits, you do need to wait 365 days between each permit, and they do have something called the instant track now. So when you're in Medina, once you've used your Roda permit, which you have taken out, every 20 minutes, the system resets, it refreshes, and if there's any permits available, they become available, and you're able to take out the instant permits too. So when I say 20 minutes, the app will say, check back in 20 minutes, but you're not going to see anything in 20 minutes. The way the system works is, let's say exactly at 1 p.m., you will see 1 or 2 permits actually show up in there. Then 1:20 p.m., you will see another couple of permits open up. Just like that, 40, and then the next hour, then 20, 40, then the next hour. So that's how the permits open. And the way the system works is, when you're close to a women's time, you will only see instant track for the women work. And when you're close to a men time, you will see the instant track work for the men. So these days, the timing are, for the men, it's after Isha going, for the women, it's after Isha going till 2 a.m. And then from 2 a.m. till Fajr is men timing. And then from after Fajr till Zuhr is women timing. And from Zuhr till Isha is men timing for Riyadul Jannah for the Roda. So, yes? For the women, it's from after Isha till 2 a.m. And then from 2 a.m. till Fajr is men timing. From Fajr till Zuhr is women timing. And then from Zuhr till Isha is men timing. We will give it to you, inshallah.
How many permits do you need altogether?
One permit per person. It's
For
Roda, you need a permit for each person, yes. If someone's on a wheelchair, they're able to the person pushing the wheelchair is able to just get in. But yes, you will need 1 permit for each person. And with the instant track, you can actually get more than 1 permit. This is why I'm talking about
I'm asking, do you need a permit to get into masjid?
No, you don't need a permit to get it. This is only for the Roda. Only for the Roda, Riyadul Jannah. Yes, in Medina. Even for Umrah, no one is really checking the permits. I always suggest to take it out because, let's say there's a lot of rush. They may stop the rush, but people with the permit, they may let them in. But 15 minutes down the road, you will see them just letting them in. So as long as you're in Ihram. For the women, they don't even check whether you're in Ihram or not either. So you can just enter in. So Umrah is not an issue. The main issue comes in with the Roda in Masjid Nawawi, Medina.
So we have to take notes over here before we depart?
Yes, the permits will be available before we depart. We will be giving all the dates, inshallah. You will need your visa in order to activate it. So we do tend to issue the visa as soon as someone is confirmed. They give a deposit. We start issuing their visas and getting everything prepared anyway. So once you have your visa, if you have previously gone and your app is working, you're good to go. You don't need to worry about the visa. But if you have not gone before, this is your first trip, you will need to create a new Nuzul account. So we will let you know. I'm expecting the permits to open around January 1st. And inshallah, once they open, everyone can start taking the permits. I want to move on for some advice and checklist for the trip, so you can better prepare for the trip, inshallah. So for travel documents and communication, of course, you need your passport. If you don't have a U.S. passport, make sure you are carrying all required documents to get back into the country, whether it's a green card or whatever it may be. We worry more about getting back in rather than leaving from here. Nobody is checking anything when you're leaving from the US. All the checking is being done when you're entering back in. So make sure you have your documents with you, whatever you may need. For most of the group, everyone has a US passport. We really don't need to worry. But for anyone that is traveling on a non-US passport, please carry all documents with you. Print your visa and also have a digital copy. Usually you don't even need that, but it's always a good idea to have a digital copy as well on your phone and have a printed copy as well too, just in case your phone dies and the immigration officer in Saudi is asking for your visa. It's always a good idea to have a copy, but usually they don't. They swipe your passport and everything is good to go. Also join the tour group for, we create a WhatsApp group for every single tour. You are not able to message in this group, but the purpose of this group is to notify you. This is not a communication channel that we're creating. This channel is so uninterrupted notifications that you are going to constantly get. So let's say tomorrow is our flight, you're going to get a notification today. Please be at the airport 7 a.m. Please meet the group leader. Please do this. Please, we're going to give you a lot of notifications. So we don't want that to go uninterrupted at all. So it's very important to join that tour group. So for health checklist, make sure you're carrying your daily medication for the entire duration of the trip. Please carry a light jacket. This is considered winter season in Saudi. For us, of course, this is going to be summer, 60, 70 degrees. It's going to be amazing. But when the temperature drops 20, 30 degrees, all of a sudden, you're going to get sick. So it's highly recommended to carry a light jacket. I think right now, I was checking for the upcoming group. I think the temperatures are like around 50, 60 in Medina and in Makkah. So I highly recommend carry a light jacket. And you're going to need that jacket when you come back anyways. It's going to be cold already over here. So carry that jacket, especially like around Fajr time. It's all of a sudden it starts getting cold between the months of usually all the way till mid-March. It's a bit chilly like this. So from mid-October till mid-March is basically when the temperature all of a sudden drops. You go for Fajr prayer, the weather is amazing, and you're returning back, and you're like, you don't want to get out of the masjid. That's how bad it gets sometimes. So go prepared is better. And then keep some Tylenol with you and some cough drops. Guaranteed you're going to be needing them. Especially if you forget to wear the jacket, you definitely need it. And if you've been there before, it's like you go for prayer and you see how many people are coughing already. So you're going to catch some sort of cough over there, dry cough, wet cough, whatever it is. But it's always a good idea to be prepared with these things. If you're comfortable wearing a mask, wear a mask. After COVID, I think everyone's tired of masks now.
Yeah, just have it.
Have it. If you're comfortable wearing it, definitely wear the mask. You're going into high crowd areas and you can't do enough to protect yourself. You're still going to catch something, just going to catch a little bit less. All right. For preparing with your bank and cell phone carrier. So call your bank, if you're planning to use a credit card over there. Make sure to call your bank, find out if they have any foreign transaction fees. Next thing you know, you're spending money left and right over there, and you're paying arm and a leg in foreign transaction fees. So make sure whatever card you're trying to use over there, make sure it doesn't have any foreign transaction fees. And typically, not too many places accept Amex over there. Very few places do. Visa and MasterCard work much better. And some places you will go, they have their own local processing system called MADA. That's the only thing that they're accepting. I do recommend to carry some cash as well too. It comes in handy for the trip. And then especially if you're buying anything from a local vendor, they're not going to take card over there. So it's always a good idea to have a little bit of cash as well too. For your cell phone, I do recommend to call your carrier. Doesn't matter what you're using. It's always a good idea to call their customer service and find out whether you have any roaming charges. So some carriers, they will cover texting. Some carriers, they'll give you low-speed data. Whatever they are giving you, just call and ask. Sometimes the carriers, they'll offer you a couple of dollars a day for roaming charges. Maybe you want to keep your phone active. So you can find out about that as well too. And low-speed data is more than enough for this trip. You don't need anything more than that. WhatsApp calls usually work on it. The Nuzuk app works perfectly fine on it. So whatever you need the low speed data for is going to work. You're not going to be able to sit there and watch a movie on it, but that's not our purpose for the trip anyways. We want to go and focus our time in ibadat and spend it in these holy places. We want to go spend it in the masjid. So low speed data is more than enough. You will have Wi-Fi in the hotels as well too. A lot of us in today's day and age, we're used to giving calls to our friends and family on WhatsApp, especially when we're traveling, because we don't want to spend the roaming charges on the phone calls. So if you're connected to any data in Saudi, whether it be Wi-Fi, whether it be a local SIM, your WhatsApp is not going to work. So that roaming data is what's going to make your WhatsApp work. So if a lot of times this happens to me, every single group, someone is reaching out to me, they're connected to the hotel Wi-Fi, I'm not able to pick up the phone call. If I'm connected to the hotel Wi-Fi, you're on roaming, I'm not able to pick up the phone call. Something is not going to work. So make sure if you're planning to use your phone, your WhatsApp or anything, you are not connected to any local data and you have roaming on your phone, and roaming is actually working on your phone. So just make sure, call your carrier. Typically it's $7-8 for most carriers, even if they're charging you. If you really need it for the whole trip, get it done, inshallah. And for the best exchange rate, keep $100 bills, make sure they're new. I'm sure you have traveled to many places. What do they do when you give them a ripped up bill or something with marks on it? They expect you to, go and pick up the bills from the printing press, like right there, it comes out fresh. They want to see no marks, nothing on it. I don't know what's wrong with them, but it's not a good idea to exchange it from here. You will get a pretty high rate, meaning you will lose maybe 10-15 reals per $100. So it's better to exchange it over there. These days the rates is anywhere between 3.7 to 3.75. That's where the rate usually is, in between. It doesn't make that big of a difference where you exchange it. It's usually 1 or 2 real difference. So whether you exchange it at the airport, whether you exchange it at the money exchange near the hotel, it only makes a couple of real difference. If you're exchanging thousands, it's going to make a huge difference. But a couple of hundred at a time is going to be like about 10-15 reals. It's not going to make a big difference. But definitely carry new $100 bills when you're going. Just going over the baggage policy for the airline. This is for Saudi Airline. I know we have a few people who are also just in the land package, so I don't want to confuse them. This policy is specifically for Saudi Airline. You are allowed to check-in pieces up to 50 pounds or 23 kgs. You're also allowed 1 hand carry and 1 personal item. In the past, we used to say just book bag, but now we do like to inform you carry a small book bag. We have seen a few people get stopped on the personal item. So for the women, if you're carrying a purse, it's fine. They're not going to bother you. For the men, if you're carrying a huge backpack, which is the size of a hand carry, they will make you go and check it in. This has happened to quite a few people.
Yeah.
Our job is not just to make arrangements, it's to give you the right advice so you're not going through any problems. So if you're carrying a book bag, just make sure it's not like a huge book bag. It's like, a small one, something, if it's a laptop, whatever you need to carry with you. So a small backpack is good to go, and a hand carry up to 15 pounds. You're not going to have the issue in JFK. You're going to have these issues when you actually arrive in Saudi for the domestic flight, and while you're departing from there. I cannot stress this enough, how many times I've seen people just leave their hand carries, people just leaving their backpacks behind. They just take whatever is necessary because it's missing the flight or going and trying to check it in. So it's better to be prepared in advance than to be sorry at the last minute point. So just make your preparation for this in advance is better.
Well,
on the return flight, the Zamzam is a separate piece. It's not a part of your 2 luggage allowance. So this is completely separate. So as you're going, whether you're planning to take 2 luggages, 1 luggages, on the way back, you are still allowed those 2 luggages plus the Zamzam. I don't want anyone to be confused with this, because a lot of time I've seen this where they hold back on the shopping because they think the Zamzam is a separate piece, meaning your second luggage. So don't confuse yourself. You're still allowed 2 pieces plus additional Zamzam on the flight back. These are some recommendations that come directly from our team. Just some random items. You may be able to benefit a lot from some of them. Some of them, they may not benefit you at all. Carry a refillable water bottle. This is what I like to carry on my travels. I always go to Haram, fill it up with Zamzam. I want to drink Zamzam while I'm there. Why do I need to drink bottled water over there? We want to utilize our time in Saudi, have as much Zamzam as possible. So when we come back, this is actually the exact size of the Zamzam what the airline actually allows is a 5-liter bottle. This is going to be in a plastic wrapping, what is officially at the airport, and it's in like a white box with like blue writing on it. So this is all that you can bring back. I'm sure you give it to a few relatives, the Zamzam is going to be gone. So utilize the Zamzam for yourself. What you bring back, distribute it in friends and family. And then pack enough clothes for the entire duration of the trip. The laundry and dry cleaning services are very expensive. It's not too many clothes for a 7-8 day trip. Carry enough clothes. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy over there than to actually get the laundry done. So just something that I've seen over there, and it's very important. Even though you may be used to using a credit card, definitely carry a little bit of cash. You don't know where you're going to run into an issue where you may not be able to use your card, but definitely carry a little bit of cash. This is something new that we recently added, carry a universal travel adapter. I want to actually show it to you guys. I think it's easier to understand. It's something like this. And for anyone that's attending virtually, inshallah, we'll share some pictures. So this, anywhere in the world I travel, this is good to go. You can connect any type of plug in the world, and you can connect to any type of plug in the world. So this is for the American one. And then this is what they normally use in Saudi. Most of the places you will find this. And then randomly, you will have a place that will accept something like this. So it's not too expensive. If you order it from Amazon, you will find it as cheap as $10, $15 as well too. And if you really want to spend money, you want to get something branded in this, it can run up to like $100 as well too. So if you're a frequent traveler, and even if you're not, it's a $10, $15 investment, and you never know randomly what type of plug you will need in Saudi. Sometimes it's the 3-pin one, sometimes it's the 2-pin one. So this thing comes in handy. It has USB ports on it. And it connects any type of plug on it. So it's any type of plug to any type of plug. That's what the connector is. And it comes in handy throughout the entire duration of the journey. If you don't want to invest in $15, couple of reals, you can also get an adapter over there in Medina as well too. They're not expensive, but something like this, you don't need to worry about it when you arrive there, and you don't need to worry about it anywhere where you travel in the world. These are some expenses. This is, I think some of them are actually over approximated, so don't get too scared by looking at this. Lunch and dinner, you're looking at typically per meal, per person, around $10 to $20. It can go way above that too if you're going to some fancy restaurants, but usually after breakfast, I don't think anybody has enough space. It's a pretty good breakfast, whatever you're getting in the hotel. You will not be able to do lunch, and if you do, this is the range normally what you're expecting to spend, $10 to $20, per meal per day. And then if you're planning to go daily to Masjid Quba, you can budget yourself a round-trip taxi. The whole taxi, you will get 4 or 5-seater taxi for $15 to $30. That's round trip, by the way. And then if you're planning to do additional Umrah to Masjid Aisha, it's also around $15 to $30 round trip. So these are just expenses if you're planning to go daily to Masjid Quba, or if you're planning to do a Umrah daily, expect these expenses, inshallah. Then you have some one-time expenses. Don't purchase your Ihram in the US. The same Ihram you're going to purchase here for $50, $60, $70, what you're going to get there for $15 to $20. So the Ihram, like a decent quality Ihram, will start around the $15 range. And it's usually not worth it to buy the really expensive Ihram over there, because they're more focused on the packaging, and they're like gifting Ihrams. It's a weird concept over there. So when you go there and when you choose out your Ihram, feel the material. See, this is for the men, by the way. Feel the material. You're comfortable with it, buy the Ihram. You may, if you're not comfortable with the material, once you wear it, trust me, you will want to change your Ihram right away. Don't get something which is completely polyester. You will feel a bit itchy. So try to get something, you're not going to find an Ihram without polyester over there, but try to get something with a cotton blend or something like that, something that feels comfortable to your skin. You will be wearing this for at least about, I would say, 10 hours, so 10 to 14 hours. So get something that you're comfortable in. And then for the gifts, then you have dates if you plan to purchase dates. Ajwa dates, usually decent quality Ajwa dates will start you around 40 reals-ish, around like $10 plus. And then the dates, they can range to a very expensive range. So whatever you're planning to purchase, how many ever kilos, usually the kilo will start around, for Ajwa I'm talking about specifically, around like the 35-40 real range. The higher you go, the more expensive it gets. So you can budget for that as well. And then for gifts, I cannot advise you on a dollar amount. You have souvenirs that start at 2 reals, going all the way to gold for a couple of $1,000. So budget yourself accordingly if you're planning to go shopping. But there's Ihram available pretty much all around Medina. You will be able to find it. And inshallah, Imam Abdurrahman Yaki and Brother Samyuddin both will be with you during the trip. They will be guiding you, inshallah, if you need any assistance, any help, or anything like that. They can let you know, where to get the Ihrams. Usually, if you go to Tayyiba Commercial Center, you go in the basement, you get the best prices over there. But they're available in all the stores. You're gonna probably, the difference between something for a lower price will be like 10 reals, 15 reals. But the Ihrams, they start around 40 reals. You will get a decent Ihram for 40 reals. And depending on how much you can tolerate the cold, hopefully the weather is still chilly by that time, you will need a thicker Ihram rather than a thinner Ihram. I'm gonna hand it over to you for the spiritual preparation.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. I would like to again thank Brother Harun. Inshallah, Brother Harun, they would like to see you now. Yes, they would like to see you. See them now.
No problem, inshallah.
I would like to thank Brother Harun, a trustworthy person, because this is not my first time as I've mentioned. They will do their best, but then there are challenges. Sometimes you may be looking, where is Harun? Where is Brother Abdul Sami? And they may not be there. They are dealing with major issues. We will do our best as a community trying to help each other. But please do not forget what he said about share with others. From the beginning, in the plane, do not go there because it is, I believe, I don't know, it's only Saudi airline that has a space for Salah. Men, women, everybody goes there. Please, please learn to share. As you finish with your Ihram, finish praying, please get up for others to actually sort of also come in. That's number one, as part of what he has said. And number two, some of us would get lost because you have a lot of people. We would identify a place that, look, if you get lost, wait for us here. And we would come and inshallah move forward. So please, let's look at these things. They are very, very important. Now, let me go straight to the spiritual aspect of this journey. This is a spiritual journey that brings us closer to Allah. Now, intention is very important in what we do. إنما الأعمال بالنيات وإنما لكل امرئ ما نوى. Deeds are based on intentions. Al-umuru, complete it, Ayman. بمقاصدها. Deeds, every action is based on intention. So we begin with the intention of Ihram. As we leave America, we have to take a ritual bath. Ritual bath, we know what ritual bath is. Making sure that the intention is there, cleansing from head down. Now, that is the beginning. And because he says we'll be going through Riyadh, meaning in Riyadh, there is a place to take shower, there is a place to pray and get ready for your Umrah. So Ihram is a must. Women wear every, less. Definitely it ought to be clothes that is decent. But it doesn't matter which color, decent clothes for women. But as for men, we have to wear those two white pieces. There is lower part and there is upper part. There's no underwear at all. So after taking shower, we would have to learn to, the first time they helped me. People helped me to put on my ihram. So when you put on your ihram, but sisters, you can wear whatever pleases you. Men have to be on their ihram. And before you be on ihram, you can actually trim your mustache, your head, and also your fingernails. You can, put on, nice perfume. This is preparation toward your ihram. The moment you put your ihram on and pray 2 rak'ah of Umrah, is done. That is when you start with labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wal ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. But before that, you would say labbaik Allahumma umratan. That is the intention. Labbaik Allahumma, oh Allah, I am answering this call umratan, to perform umrah. So as you have your clothes, your 2 pieces, and then labbaik Allahumma labbaik, you keep repeating it. That we will do it later on our WhatsApp chat. Now, when we after having our ihram, then we must remember when we get to Medina, because it is said that we are going to Medina first. Medina, there is no Umrah in Medina. Medina, it is ziyarah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the masjid. So then what we do is, when we get to Medina, we will pray at the masjid. We would frequent going to the masjid. Okay, there is no Umrah at Medina as mentioned. Now, as we actually leave to Mecca, on our way, we would have to have what? Ihram, because we are now going to where? Mecca. So forget about the Ihram in Riyadh Airport. Forget about Ihram in Riyadh Airport. Suppose we are going to Mecca from Riyadh, then we would have Ihram, because actually I get messed up. That is the first time we did, and I believe the second time we did our Ihram in Riyadh, because we were going to Mecca. But this time we are actually going to, where are we going first? We are going to Medina first. Well, if we are going to Medina first, then definitely there will be no Ihram. Yes, there is no Ihram at all. We would actually pray, wear our clothes in Medina. And then as we get ready in our shuttle to go to Mecca, we would have our Ihram on the way. At the Miqat. At the Miqat. We would have our Ihram at the Miqat. There we will, there's a place to take shower, and then we get ready to actually go to Mecca. Now, when we get to Mecca, I used to think at the beginning I was scared. Oh my Lord, my bags. He did mention there are people at the hotel who actually will prepare us toward that, who would take our luggages and put it in our rooms. When it is time to leave, they are the people who would help us again. So remember that with regards to our luggages. Don't bother your luggages. It will be taken care of. Now we get to Mecca. First thing, let's make sure that we are in our rooms first. Don't rush. Some people would rush. I need to see the Kaaba. I need to see the Haram. No, don't. We are actually going to go together. We will identify or define when we will do our Umrah. And he mentioned that we're going to do it when? At night. At 10 p.m. when the weather is not that bad, we would go there together. And then make sure that when you come into the house of Allah with your right foot inside the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I would explain to you, because I don't want to bombard you with so many information. I would explain to you what to say. Now, as we get in, we would start our Tawaf at Hajar al-Aswad, the black stone. That is where we're going to start the Umrah from. And there's what to say there. Then we would go round. At that time, we'll be saying whatever dua, whatever supplication that you have, you can say it. But there is one supplication that you must not forget. And it is, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Start from around Rukn al-Yamani area. We'll be repeating that. Yes, going once, going twice, going 3. It is going to be 7 times. And then every time we come to Hajar al-Aswad, we give it salam, and then we keep moving 7 times. When we are done, we come to Maqam Ibrahim and pray what? To Sunnah. Either recite Qul Ya Ayyuhal Kafirun and what? Qul Huwallahu Ahad. And then after the 2, sometimes it's packed. And please, sometimes we mention that don't push anybody. But guess what? Your Imam pushed somebody. Because he came and pushed me, and looking at me strangely, I said, this person is sick. Temporarily, I forgot what I advised my people to do. And I pushed him back. And I said, A'udhu billah, astaghfirullah. People would push you around. Some people would come with force. No way can you penetrate their ranks. They will have to go before you do it. Be patient. And then after Maqam Ibrahim would go to pray, to drink Zamzam. There is what to say there, but surely pray and drink your Zamzam. Pray and drink your Zamzam. You see, we have our Zamzam that was brought. Each one of us would get a piece, and pray. After we are done with Zamzam, where do we go now? Safa and Marwa. We begin with in the Safa wal Marwa min sha'airillah. We start from Safa. It is not going to Safa and then coming to Marwa one. No. You go to Safa on the hill before you turn to Marwa is 1. And then you come to Marwa, you come back. This way it is 2. And then you go back this way, it is 3. And then you come back 4. And then 5. And then 6. And then you exit at the end of Safa. You start from Safa. And then at the end of Safa is what? 1. Then you start from Marwa. You come down to Safa area is 2. Then you start from Safa and go to Marwa is how many? 3. And then you start from Marwa. You come to Safa is what? 4. You from Safa and go to Marwa is 5. From Marwa you come to Safa 6. From Safa you go all the way at the end of Safa. No, because Marwa you are not coming back. That is the end of Safa, beginning of Marwa, but you are not coming back again. It ends there. So you exit at the end or at the beginning of Marwa. You exit there. There are toilets there. There are places you will see people shaving. I don't know whether they allow it now. And then we would shave there. Men would shave. But women will just trim 1 hair, 2 hair, and they are okay. We are done. All this process will take us at least 2 hours. With a lot of people, 2.5 hours. Please take care of yourself. Don't say that I'm gonna go and I'll come back again and do for my father, for my mother. Khadija did that, and she suffered a lot. It is not an easy task. So go easy with yourself and finish easy. When you are done, for example, if we are done and it is close to Fajr, fine, you can stay there, or you can just sit there and then pray Fajr and then come back to get some rest. You are done. You can take off your Ihram and take shower. If you want to repeat your Umrah again, then as he had mentioned, you have to go to Masjid Aisha and go take Ihram from there, and then come back to do your Tawaf, your sa'i, between Safa and Marwa, and then touch your hair again. Even if you have no hair at all, it gets some, they will just pass blade or whatever on top of it, and you are okay. And there are people doing it. There are places that you can pay 10 riyals, 15 riyals, and they would shave for you. So actually, that is the spiritual aspect of it. I know we have questions. We would continue to explain this spiritual journey. It is never an easy task. Okay, any quick question? Well, one thing for sure, the soap that you're going to be using must not have a scent. Here they do sell some soaps that one could use, but with no scent at all. No sort of, how do you call it, oils that smell good, or lavender, or perfume. No. During the Ihram. During the Ihram. No cutting of the fingernails, no touching of anything during the Ihram. When you are done with the Ihram, then you are allowed anything. I mean anything. Inshallah. Anything else?
Yeah, I did ask you last night about the timing.
Yes.
That all night long.
Yes.
You break it out and then 5 in the early morning.
Yes.
So there's no way we can change the right timing or no?
For the Umrah?
Yes. No, from here.
No, there's no way. They go only with Saudi Airline. Only Saudi Airline. There is no, because there are other airlines. But Ainul Haramain, they go with Saudi Airline. And anybody who actually went with us never complained about the Saudi Airline.
What time you leave? You can tell them time.
The timing has always been, we leave here around 1, 2. What time do we leave, brothers? From here, Albany. I think around 3 o'clock, 2, 3 a.m.
We meet them at 7 a.m. at the airport.
Because we'll have to meet them at 7 a.m. and there is no compromise.
And the flight is at 10.
Flight is at 10. So they do not go, they have no any contact with other flight that will take you from JFK at 1 o'clock. It is always this. Yeah, inshallah.
So you will apply for our visa and everything?
Yes. We will take care of everything, inshallah.
So I believe I'm done, basically with the spiritual aspect. We will continue to do it. That is what we always been doing. We will share with you peace, peace and peace until it is close to the time for us to, inshallah, depart.
Inshallah. You also covered traveling from here.
Traveling from here, thank you. I did it. Assalamu alaikum. Traveling from here, Usually, we would guess most of the time we go with a Nur bus. They would give us a Nur bus. We would put in some money, but I'm not sure whether this time is going to be possible, which means we have to rent a bus that will take us to the airport. We are working on it because we would like to know how many are we? You know, whether we are 7, whether we are 8, because Nur, we know what happens when we are coming back. We are just like sardine. You know, we are just like sardine in that bus because we have a lot of luggages. So, especially your Imam. But we would see what we can do, something that will not be too much expensive for us because we want moderation. So I will let you know, I will communicate with you how much is it going to cost us from here to the airport and from the airport back here. That I will communicate with you and then we'll see where we go. Inshallah. Okay.